This episode is brought to you by Amazon. The holidays are here, and you know what that means? It's time to get your friends and family the gifts they deserve. Take the stress out of shopping with Amazon's great deals and low prices on a huge range of items from toys to tech and much more. Whoever you're gifting for, Amazon has great prices on everything you need this holiday season. Shop early holiday deals now.
Getting free stuff, well, that's kind of a local tradition. We certainly do love our comps. And if it's your birthday, not only does our city offer a lot of freebies, it's a choose-your-own-adventure of any price point, but affordable, always a key. Today on CityCast Las Vegas, we talk with Hey Las Vegas newsletter editor Rob Kachelriess. Rob has his eye on the prize for birthday celebrations, and in honor of Nevada turning a year older, we let you in on how to have the best birthday ever in Las Vegas. It's Thursday, October 31st. I'm Dayvid Figler, and here's what Las Vegas is talking about. Hey, Rob, happy Nevada Day actual versus observed.
And to you as well.
Thank you, sir. I am curious, what's your take on that legislative change from so long ago now that messes with Nevada Day being on October 31st, a.k.a. Halloween?
I think it's only appropriate that Nevada went legit on Halloween and was allowed to join the rest of the heathens in the great nation of the United States.
Oh, no distractions from our Nevada birthday party, our admission into the Union?
No, I think it gets very confusing when we don't keep it on Halloween. I think Nevada Day should be on Halloween every year. It should be October 31st. That's Nevada's real birthday. None of this, and I always forget what it is. The Friday before the end of the month, the Saturday.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh, I am so glad to hear this from you, Rob. I thought you were going the other way. I am with you, sir, 100%.
No, it should be on the 31st because this is a big deal. Do you know Nevada is really like the only state that does this?
Does a celebration of its own birthday?
Yeah. There's no Idaho Day. There's no Colorado Day. There's no Utah Day. There's Nevada Day.
We're so cool.
We're like really the only ones who do this.
Yeah, I loved it as a kid because it was kind of cool that it also happens to fall on Halloween. So, yeah, and I want to talk about specifically birthday freebies. You document them so well in our newsletter. Actually, you break them down into categories. So let's talk about some birthday freebies before we talk into broader birthday adventures. Where do we begin for, say, food and drink on your birthday?
Yes, because, the first thing you want is something to drink on your birthday. And, we used to get a lot of free drinks in Vegas, but not so much anymore. It's kind of the same deal with parking.
Yeah, there's a lot of bean counting going on.
Yeah, but you know what? There's still some free stuff to get on your actual birthday in Vegas. And you know what? I can talk about a lot of national chains that do things, and I don't really want to do that. I want to keep this very Vegas-centric.
Good. So no shout out to Denny's.
No, but there's a couple places I think you should know about. Nacho Daddy.
Yes.
Doesn't get much more Vegas than that. We've got a few Nacho Daddies in town. They're known to give out a free shot on your birthday. Also, Diablo's Cantina inside the Luxor. They'll give you a free shot on your birthday, but I think you have to buy like another drink or another purchase to qualify for it.
So you can't just stumble in, hit it, and leave.
Well, you can stumble in, but you're not going to get your shot for free necessarily. Only on your birthday. But what's fun about it is you get to like spin a wheel. So it's kind of like a mystery drink. You might get a margarita. You might get a shot of Patron. You might get a little something else. So, it's part of that birthday fun.
Okay.
And here's one more cool one. Flight Club. Have you been to Flight Club, David?
Flight Club. That sounds like something that might be at the airport?
It kind of would, but no, not to be confused with Fight Club.
Which we wouldn't be talking about because obviously first rule.
Yes, you're free and clear to talk about Flight Club.
Got it.
It's at the Grand Canal Shops. Think of it as Topgolf for darts. Eat, drink, play darts. It's very social. It's very party-oriented. And they have a specific cocktail that they'll give you for free on your birthday. It's called the Ladybird.
Ooh.
And it's sort of like a fruity, tropical drink. It's made with rum, hibiscus, lime, watermelon, and a little bit of egg white for a little bit of a frothy finish.
Yeah, the little foamy look. I love it.
Yeah, and it's very pretty. It's great for photographs. So if you're getting a free drink on your birthday, you could snap some pics, have a few sips, and you're on your way.
Okay, so that covers liquor. What about food stuff?
You know what? There's a few cool things you can get around town. Almost any restaurant's going to bring you something for free on your dessert. You know the routine. You just kind of like, while your friend or your wife or your spouse is in the bathroom, you just kind of say to the server, hey, we're here for a birthday. And they kind of bring out a dessert, usually without being asked.
And they usually don't check ID, which is kind of like honor system.
Yeah, there's no voter ID when it comes to birthdays.
No question 7 for that free dessert. Gotcha.
Yes, but if you go to King's Fish House, which is actually a great seafood restaurant, they'll give you a key lime pie for your birthday.
Straight up. Okay.
Yes. Another good restaurant that I love, actually, on Water Street is Azzurra Cucina. It's an Italian restaurant. It's really good. It's very intimate. And they'll come up with like a good kind of chef's choice for your birthday. I'm just singling them out because you can't go wrong with that place at all. And then there's a place in Henderson called Gorilla Sushi.
Okay.
Have you ever heard of Gorilla Sushi?
Vaguely, there's so many sushi spots in Las Vegas now. It's hard to keep them all straight, but Gorilla Sushi sounds interesting.
Yeah, I'm not sure where the name comes from, but it's an all-you-can-eat birthday special. They're kind of one of those all-you-can-eat sushi places.
Okay.
But you can get it for free when you bring 3 friends, and you have to be a local. So Nevada ID is required. I think you have to make a reservation, too. You just can't show up and be like, let's go.
I guess the lesson to be learned here, Rob, is it doesn't hurt to let them know that it's your birthday and be, convincing about it. And you might get free stuff even if it's not part of the regular routine of this particular place. All right, let's switch gears to another category. Let's call this one fun activities, things that on your birthday, you might get a freebie if it's your day, in fact.
Yes, and just to pull the curtain back a little bit here in the Land of Oz, when I wrote my initial story about birthday freebies in Las Vegas, it became our most read article on the CityCast Las Vegas website. Everybody loves free stuff in Vegas.
Duh.
And so you can go and check that story. We're probably going to update it soon. But one thing that isn't on that article is free admission at the Punk Rock Museum.
Boom.
On your birthday.
I had no idea. That's amazing.
Yes, just bring your ID and prove that it's your birthday, and you can get free admission at the Punk Rock Museum, which I think is a pretty cool place. You've been there, right?
Yeah, and that's very punk rock that you don't have to even pay to go in. But on your birthday. Yeah, why not? That's downtown, right outside the Arts District over there. They took an old warehouse and they just jammed it full of finely curated ephemera from the punk eras. It's really kind of cool. You see if you're into punk rock, there are some artifacts there that are probably going to trigger various memories.
Yes, and this is done by people who are really there, were part of the scene, and know what it's all about. It's probably one of the most authentic museums you can go to in Las Vegas.
Yeah, and for an extra fee, in addition to the normal admission, which is free on your birthday, apparently, they do guided tours from old crusty punkers. Not always crusty, but some kind of are.
Yeah, these punk rockers, they'll come in and they'll lead the tour, and they're not reading from some manuscript or some handbook.
No, they're just telling their stories.
Yeah.
Okay, any other fun activities that people might want to be aware of that they can do on their birthday for free?
Well, David, do you like going to the movies?
I love going to the movies.
Who doesn't, right? If you go to Maya Cinemas in North Las Vegas.
Very local.
Yes. You can sign up for their rewards program and you get a free birthday movie.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they always have first-run movies there and some kind of oddball ones, too. I actually like that. That cinema is kind of a hidden treasure up there in North Las Vegas, right by, if you know where Jerry's Nugget is, it's right kind of on that same stretch.
Yeah, it's actually a cool thing. It's a cool spot up there. And signing up for the rewards program is a pretty good thing anyway, because number one, you get free popcorn just for doing it. So there's something free.
Oh. Boom.
And then every time you spend $1, you get a point. There's different levels. I'm not sure exactly how all this works, but there's bronze, gold, platinum. The more you spend, the more points you get. And those add up to free movies as well. You get some discounts off concessions. So it really isn't a bad deal. And also, if you get to the platinum level, you can get one free bring a friend ticket per month.
Oh, cool.
So it's almost like being in casino rewards. You just have all these little points that add up and you get lots of cool stuff.
And while I'm guessing a lot of movie theaters and other businesses probably have if you sign up, you get something maybe on your birthday. It is nice that you're singling out Maya Cinemas because I think they do a good job in our community. This episode of CityCast Las Vegas is sponsored by BetterHelp. We all know it's a little weird and stressful out there, and your own mental health, well, that needs to be a priority. Sorting through the options, finding the right fit for you, that's a daunting task. With insurance woes, time restraints, and even the stigma in seeking support, it could be an additional minefield. And whatever your state of mind, you certainly don't need to pile on. If you're thinking about giving therapy a whirl and you're looking for an easy entry, affordable option, BetterHelp is out there. It's entirely online, designed to be convenient, flexible, and suited to your schedule. BetterHelp has a brief questionnaire before you get started to match you with the best option, but no screening is perfect, and if it wasn't a good fit, BetterHelp can switch licensed therapists at any time for no additional charge. As the word gratitude enters our vocabulary this season, think about how grateful those around you will be to know you're taking care of yourself. Let the gratitude flow with BetterHelp. Visit BetterHelp.com/CityCast today to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/CityCast.
Prep for Thanksgiving at Whole Foods Market. Save now on no antibiotics ever frozen whole turkey, just $1.49 a pound with Prime. Sales on brie and select seafood appetizers help get things started. For sides, go with wallet-happy favorites from 365 by Whole Foods Market. And finish with decadent desserts from the bakery. Or get your whole spread catered. Just order early. Get Thanksgiving ready at Whole Foods Market. Terms apply.
You mentioned casino rewards, and I think a lot of people are familiar with that. When they sign up and they gamble, they get points that they could trade in for stuff, or sometimes things are offered. Are there any casino-specific birthday items of note that you wanted to mention, Rob?
You know, casinos just love to offer free play for someone's birthday, for a rewards member's birthday.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it could be anywhere between like $5 to $25. I mean, every casino's a little bit different, but I think the best place to do it, or one of them, is the Sahara, which kind of randomizes the offer. You scan your rewards card at a kiosk, and it's kind of a gamble what your prize might be. It might be small, it might be high, but it maxes out at $500. So if you really get lucky, just by swiping your card at the kiosk on your birthday, you might get $500 in free play.
Interesting. On my last birthday, we made a whole night of downtown Las Vegas. We wound up over at the plaza to play bingo. Mm-hmm. And because it was my birthday, there was an offer, again, for a rewards member to get a free bingo card. So that's kind of cool. Very unique, very Vegas-y to go play bingo, not only on your birthday, but with your free birthday card.
And you get a couple free drinks, I believe, don't you?
Oh, yeah. You get free drinks when you sign up for bingo,
yeah,
which is kind of a fun thing at that parlor, as I'm imagining other parlors do as well, to stay competitive.
So there's layers to this free bingo stuff.
There is always layers. Is anything truly free in Las Vegas? And I was going to point out that when you do sign up for players cards, you're also setting yourself up for lots of mailers and things of that nature. Harder to opt out than you think. But, you know, they want you to keep coming back, obviously.
And then again, you might get free parking as well, depending on which card you have and which level it is. I also want to point out that the Palms does something very similar to the Sahara, where you swipe the kiosk with the rewards membership. I believe it's called Club Serrano. And you can get free slot play up to $1,000.
Whoa.
So they're even better than the Sahara. And I think you could do this on your birthday month. So it's not like it has to be on your birthday. As long as you do it once on your birthday month, you get to compete, so to speak, for free slot play.
Okay. Do you have one quickie that might be away from gambling land for a freebie?
Well, you know what doesn't mix with casinos? That's pot.
Oh, I thought you were going to say common sense.
Well, that too, but that's kind of a given. But,
sure,
you know, casinos don't want anything to do with cannabis, legal or otherwise, because it kind of puts their license at risk, supposedly.
Maybe. Whatever.
But most dispensaries, I shouldn't say most, but a lot, love to give you something free on a birthday, like a pre-roll or something like that. Usually, or I think always, technically it's not free. Like they might charge you a penny or something, because I think legally you just can't give away pot, even when it's legal. So they might charge you like a bag fee or just a penny on your birthday, and you'll get like a free pre-roll or something small like that. But it's still pretty cool. I know the dispensary does it, Euphoria, Inyo, Jardine, and Showgrow. Those are the ones that come to mind, but it doesn't hurt to ask whenever you're at your favorite dispensary here in Vegas.
Yep. And bud tenders are usually pretty friendly, so nice to give them that info. All right, so now we're armed with a lot of knowledge for a B-Day celebration. Let's rough out some itineraries for people wanting to, I don't know, not go full baller, but maybe use some of the freebies and other cost-efficient options out there to still make it special. So let me give you some scenarios.
Okay.
And you tell me what a perfect, cost-effective birthday celebration would be.
Sure.
Rob, you've got a nephew who's just turning 21. They're coming to town to celebrate. What's the game plan?
You know where we're going.
Oh, we're going to a strip club, aren't we?
We're going to the strip club.
Okay. I knew it. How did I know?
Right. What's the rule that everybody should know when going to the strip club in Vegas? The one rule.
Go before cover charges come into effect.
Well, don't
Go
take
early.
Don't take a taxi. Don't take a taxi.
Also don't take a taxi. That's a good one.
And don't take an Uber because those drivers get kickbacks for bringing you to the strip club, and they're going to take that out on your entry fee.
Mm-hmm.
Most strip clubs, especially the good ones, are going to offer a free limo or some kind of free shuttle to the strip club. So you're getting free transportation to the club, usually from the strip, but you're getting free transportation, and then they'll give you free entry. So it's a little bit of incentive to get you in there, and your nephew is going to have a blast, I promise you.
All right, so hopefully your nephew is into the jiggles. Let's do another one. Your favorite cousin, who's a little outdoorsy, is coming with her oldest friends to celebrate some milestone birthday, whatever it might be. What's the outing all about?
You know, whether it's my favorite cousin or my least favorite cousin, getting outdoors is always cool in Vegas, especially this time of year. One of my favorite places is Cottonwood Station in Blue Diamond.
Oh.
It's the only restaurant in there because, you know, it's not really a neighborhood. It's very residential. It's not geared towards visitors so much, but you get a little elevation over there. And they're very good at private parties. They have a form on their website that you can fill out. So whether it's like a birthday or some other milestone, you can go there, escape Vegas, have the fresh air of Blue Diamond there, especially if you're sitting on the patio. And the prices are going to be a lot better than your average strip restaurant. Another place that's kind of in the same area is the Mountain Springs Saloon.
Oh, yeah. That's a little further up. I like that.
That's a little further up. It's almost like, you know, you pass it usually when you're on your way to Pahrump, for those of us who ever decide we want to go to Pahrump. But it's kind of like this old like biker dive bar hangout in the middle of the mountains. I think it dates back to like the 1950s. But something that's really cool that they do, it's kind of a spring and summer tradition, so they're no longer doing it this year, but you want to remember it next year, is they do monthly pig roasts. So it's like a little party out in the parking lot, and you get drink, food. I think you even get raffle tickets for one price. So both of those places, Cottonwood Station, Mountain Springs Saloon, you get a little extra elevation, you get some crisper weather, and it's just a good place to spend a celebration in the outdoors with a food and drink.
And not going to break the bank.
Exactly.
You know, one thing that we always try to do when we have people coming in for their birthday, Rob, is find a restaurant that does family style.
Yes.
Because that's always a fun option, too. And there's so many cool places, even high-end places, you know, like Momofuku. You can go in there. And I did this with my nephew when he came in for a special occasion, and he had a large group with him. We got like the duck 3 ways or whatever it was. It's like you feast on an entire duck. And while it wasn't inexpensive, when you split the cost amongst everybody and everyone got, you know, enough, it's kind of fun. So keep your eye out on like good family style restaurants too.
Yeah, definitely. One of my favorites that comes to mind is Carmine's in the Forum Shops. That's if you want that like old school red sauce Italian, but their portions are huge. Like they're really meant for family style, and it's a big restaurant too. So it's a great place for large parties and just being able to share some of those pastas and lasagna and just pass it all around the table.
All right. Well, Rob, bottom line, what does the cost-conscious local or traveler need to generally keep in mind when tackling a special night in our city?
You know what? I think people need to watch out for bottles.
Oh, good advice.
Yeah,
yes.
we're kind of trained for those of us who end up in a nightclub every now and then.
Especially on a birthday.
Yes, that the bottle service is super expensive. But there's also a few other places that might not be so obvious. They might not be clubs or lounges, but they still kind of have something similar to bottle service prices. I'll give you an example. My wife, Mary, was out at a show recently. I'm not going to say which one, but she was with a group of her girlfriends, and they were ordering some champagne I'm not going to say the brand, but it's not an expensive champagne by any means. And they got 3 bottles of it, and the price was around $300 just for those bottles.
Whoa.
So, yeah, and this is at a show. So be careful when ordering bottles. Don't assume it might be just something similar to what you're getting when you're ordering the house champagne or the house wine at your average restaurant. Some of these shows, they know they have a audience that can only order through them, and they want to booze it up, and they're going to charge high prices. So be careful. That bottle service mentality creeps into other things when you least suspect it.
It was Carrot Top, wasn't it? It's always Carrot Top.
It was not Carrot Top,
Okay.
But I highly recommend that show.
Fair enough. So that's what to avoid. What should you seek out?
You know what? Don't underestimate the locals discounts. Don't underestimate having your Nevada state ID or driver's license, especially if you're just ask. Some places will honor a locals discount and you don't realize it. If you want to go to a spa on the Strip or off the Strip, you can get some locals discounts. I know the South Point Spa does 20% off. Spa Aqua at JW Marriott, that's in Summerlin, they do 30% off Monday through Thursday.
Yeah.
And then 20% off on weekends for locals.
Oh, see, I was going to say that sometimes, those deep dive discounts for locals are only on weekdays. So if your birthday's on a weekday, you definitely, if you want to go treat yourself,
right,
that's a good time to do it. But it's nice to know that there's also, even though it's a little less, a discount on weekends for some of the spas for locals. Yeah, we should do a spa episode too. I mean, so many episodes that we could do. There's so many things that Vegas has to offer, and you just need to do a little research, but that's what we're here for. We help people. Well, Rob, keep being the keeper of birthday secrets. I love it, and thanks for joining us on this episode of CityCast Las Vegas.
Thanks for having me, and I think we're going to be updating that article as well at some point. So look to us at CityCast as your birthday freebie experts.
That's all for today here on CityCast Las Vegas. Happy birthday, Nevada. And in the spirit of Nevada's birthday, why not give us a birthday treat too? Tell a friend, rate the show, leave us a review, and subscribe to our morning newsletter. We'll be back tomorrow morning with more news from around the city. Till then, stay lucky.